Welcome back to episode 67 of the Shy Sports Weekly podcast. Ty, Kyle, what's up, boys? How we doing?
Fellas, bear down. How about the Bears?
2-1. First place Bears, if I'm not mistaken.
Do you know? I'm sure you've heard the phrase. I'm not gonna apologize for being whatever the record is. Are you gonna apologize for the Bears being 2-1?
No. I mean, any way you can get there, I'm cool with it. It wasn't pretty, but got the job done.
Where did you watch the game yesterday? Did you go to a bar?
Yeah. So I tailgated and then walked to a bar, watched it at a bar.
Oh, well, how's the tailgate?
Great time.
How many beers?
Waldron deck, probably 2 tree.
Dozen. You only had 3 beers?
Yeah. And a couple fireball shots. So
Couple
There
shots
he is.
between those
They
beers.
had
Yeah.
they at this tailgate I went to, they had like a keg of Fireball, which it's not really what I wanted on a Sunday morning for breakfast, but
That's what you got.
when in Rome.
Ty, how'd the Steelers do? What did they? Oh, they didn't play this week. Oh, they played on
They
Thursday.
played Thursday. And I
Jesus.
don't really want to talk
Mitch.
about it, quite frankly.
So, how's the Mitch experience going for you?
I don't know that I blame Mitch for the downfalls, but
But they're certainly his fault.
I mean, he might be partially to blame at the very least.
I
But
felt like I was watching the Bears in a Steelers uniform.
Oh my God, that game sucked.
It was miserable.
There's so many things, little things in that game.
The worst part is they were actually like scoring in the first half and the offense looked decent. And then in the second half, did the Steelers gain like 50 total yards in the second half? I don't think so.
that's just how the Steelers have operated for many, many years now. They either play really well in the first half and suck in the second, or vice versa. So it's just what it is with the Steelers.
I'm sorry. Well, I mean, I don't know if you could say the Bears quarterback play has been much better at all. Because actually, it hasn't been better at all.
I was thinking that to myself. I was like, of course, like two of the worst quarterback situations in the league are Mitch Trubisky and the Bears.
And we're linked to both of them.
Hey, where's the common denominator there?
Through and through.
Yep.
Through and through. But before we get to Mitch and Justin Fields, number 67, episode 67. What do we got?
Nice. I'll start with Alfonso Rivas.
Ooh, I forgot about that. I forgot that he's number 67.
Yep.
Or he wore number 67 for a little bit last year, at least.
It looks like he wore 67, and Matt Swarmer also wore 67 in 2022.
Yeah, Matt Swarmer, yeah, that guy. Modern day Bronson Arroyo. All right, I'm going off the top of my head for the Bears. I think Sam Mustafer is number 67.
Yep, I believe you're right. I'm
gonna
going to go
right.
Taj Gibson, but he wasn't on the Bulls. I think he was the first player to wear 67 in NBA history, and I think it was with the T-Wolves.
Really? Is that a fact?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a fact.
How long do you think it's going to take Ty to fact check this?
Say it again. What was it? I was not listening. I was trying to find my starting fives while you guys fucking.
I already found it. This was in 2017. Taj Gibson becomes the NBA's first number 67.
We're 3 minutes into the episode and Ty's dilly-daddling.
Yep.
Hey,
doing anything else.
I was letting you guys do your thing over here. Sorry.
He said it represents Fort Greene in Brooklyn, the Fort Greene projects. He said that's all you need to know. Everyone from my neighborhood knows what that means.
Well, I'm not from that neighborhood, so I guess I don't matter. I'm looking at these White Sox names here. I don't know any of these guys. I'm not even kidding. This is just from 2017 to today. Brad Goldberg, Caleb Frere, Brady Laley, Bernardo Flores Jr., and Bennett Sousa.
Never heard any of these guys either.
Those are fake names, right? Those aren't real people.
Yeah. So they gave someone else edit permissions on this site, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say that those are like there's no shot those are real people. Do you have one for the Hawks?
I don't, but I'm sure you do.
Michael Frolik.
Nice.
Come on. You know Frolik.
Yeah. He seemed like, I don't know, just seemed like the kind of guy that like spoke broken English.
That's a hell of a take. I mean, yeah, You could say that about like 90% of the league. So
We're
half the
throwing,
league it speaks broken English.
throwing darts.
Yeah. Michael Frolik, what a guy. All right, let's get into some on this days. This is very Cubs centric because I don't know anything that happened with the Sox. I think there was actually, before I start the Cubs, I'm going to say in September 28th, 2008. Do you remember the LSA or Alexei Ramirez grand slam to send the Sox to the playoffs?
Yes.
That was crazy. That actually was very electric. I'm looking that up right now. Let's see.
What was his nickname? The Cuban Missile?
Was that what it was?
I think so.
That guy was thinner than a twig.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll do two quick White Sox ones. These are fun. I like these. All right, so September 29th, that was the Alexei Ramirez hitting the grand slam in the tie or in game 162 against the Tigers. And then the next day, that Tuesday, September 30th, was the blackout game. Do you remember that one? John Danks on the mound. Jim Tomei hit the only Sox won 1-0. So and Jim Tomei hit the
I don't really remember that
hit
one,
a
to be
solo
honest.
home run. Griffey was on the Sox. He threw a guy out at the plate. I think to end the game, he threw a guy out at the plate.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. It's actually kind of wild that he was on the Sox, but that's enough. That's all the White Sox we're talking about today.
What do you mean? What do you mean blackout game? Why was it called blackout game?
Because everybody wore black in the stands.
Okay.
Because everyone got blacked out beforehand.
Somebody brought a keg of Fireball to the parking lot.
Fair down.
Duh. All right. So there's 3 Cubs clinching the NL Central moment. So September 27th, 2003, Cubs clinching NL Central on this back end of a doubleheader against the Pirates. September 27th, 2017, the Cubs clinched the NL Central against the Cardinals in St. Louis. And then September 28th, 2007, the Cubs clinched the Central as a result of the Brewers' loss, but they won that day against the Reds. Gotta have this. I mean, the obvious one here is the 2003 Central, right?
Yes, for sure.
Do you remember anything about that?
I was halfway listening, but I'm imagining they were playing the Pirates, and pretty sure they turned a double play to win the game.
Hey, you're halfway listening. Ty's not even listening. I'm just here speaking to myself.
Am I right?
Yeah. I didn't.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I said the part about the Pirates. I didn't say the double play part, so I'll give it to you.
Specifically remember that. Eric Carroll's playing first base, probably.
Yep. They're wearing those blue jerseys at home.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, why do they not wear those anymore?
I don't know. I like those a lot.
Those are phenomenal.
Those are
Sexy.
great alternates. You can, yeah.
Sexy.
Yeah.
And then here, this is where we're going full circle. We're coming back to Mitch Trubisky here. So September 30th, 2018, Mitchie touchdowns, throws 6 touchdown passes against the Bucks in an absolute rout. In that game,
Remember when we thought we had something?
In that game, Mitch went 19 for 26, 354 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that Mitch now. I'm saying.
Do you know what's actually the craziest part about all of that is he didn't even have a perfect passer rating. He didn't throw an interception either.
Really?
His
I don't
passer rating
even-
was 154.6.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I just will never understand how it's calculated. Like I'll just
Passer rating?
Yeah, I could just see the number and I'll be like, oh, that's probably good.
Oh, that looks good. Sure.
But not
Well,
really
no.
know how they got there.
You know what's confusing is there's passer rating and then there's QBR, and that's on a scale of only to 100.
Yeah.
That makes absolutely no sense to me.
I don't really care. I'm all about the eye test.
Yeah. Well, what's the eye test telling you right now about Justin Fields?
Nothing good. I mean,
No.
can you have a worse game than what he had on Sunday?
Oh my God, it's. You know what? Maybe we should just go back to running the ball. I mean,
Like last week on the show, we were saying, all right, yeah, like not great numbers through first 2 weeks, hasn't thrown for 200 passing yards, but we got a couple soft matchups coming up. Let's not judge them until these games happen. And he just laid it complete. He shit himself, like just running down his leg. Not good.
yeah, he. I'm trying to think. he self-described he's like, I don't want to say the A word, but I'm gonna say I played like trash. I'm like, what's the A word? Like you played like ass? Like,
I think that's the A
dude,
word.
oh my god, it was. I mean, he's fast. That one scramble he had in the first quarter that looked pretty sweet, but
Yeah.
to be honest, after that,
I mean, he's clearly at his best when he's not in the pocket.
yeah. Which I don't know. You see what the Eagles are doing with Jalen Hurts, and I feel like
Read
it's
option on every play, pretty much.
yeah. Like, come on. I feel like it shouldn't be this hard.
Right. Get the defense on their heels a little bit.
All right, so here's a stat for you. So Justin Fields and the Bears are the first team to have 3 consecutive games with fewer than 10 completed passes since 2011. I don't
Jeez.
know if can you guess what team that was?
The Bears.
No. This team actually in this stretch beat the Bears with this guy completing less than 10 passes.
What division?
AFC West.
I mean, so it's either the Broncos, Raiders, Chiefs.
Yeah, so yeah, it's 1 of 4.
So it's the Broncos.
Yeah, because I just nodded my head. Who was the QB? 2011.
Jake Plummer. No. Kyle Orton.
Tim Tebow.
Oh yeah, okay. I actually did see something about that.
Crazy,
Yeah,
isn't it? And so through the first 3 games, the Bears have 23 completed passes.
It's upsetting.
That's the fewest through 3 games since the 1978 Tampa Bay Bucks.
I just don't understand how their run game can look as dominant as it does, and then when it comes to passing, throwing the ball, it couldn't be more opposite.
Like, I'm trying to find the
Like
that Broncos the Broncos Niners game from yesterday. But Jimmy G and that game finished 11-10. Jimmy G and Russell Wilson, you would say both those guys stunk yesterday, right?
yes.
Jimmy G went 18 of 29 for 211 yards, a tutty and a pick. Russ went 20 of 33 for 184 yards, no tutties or picks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like if Justin Fields gives us either one of those performances, we're like starting to
Just
parade.
nodding our heads, we're like, okay, yep.
We'll
We're putting that in our back pockets and walking away and wiping our hands, and we're like, we're good with this.
Is it like? I mean, Ty, you've had with the Steelers, you've had a good quarterback before. Is it crazy to think that, like, or is it just like from an outsider's perspective, how low our bar is to want to have or what we grade a competent quarterback has?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, but I don't know. It's like the Steelers the last few years have had kind of shit quarterback play too. So like I kind of get how it feels. But yeah, that's how I feel with Mitch right now.
Yeah, or imagine like talking to like I mean, like obviously a top 5 offense, like a fan of the Chiefs or the Chargers or the Ravens, like what they're thinking of us looking at our box score and our stats.
So this is watch another quarterback play like just on a random Sunday game, and you're like
every day.
Why can't our team just have a quarterback that does half of that? We'd win so many games.
It almost just feels like everything on certain teams, like everything just works the way it should. It's like 3-step drop, reads through the progressions, hits receiver, boom, gains 15, 20 yards. Like I can count on one hand probably where the Bears have had that smooth a passing play this season.
I would be so happy if we had like 5 or more throws and not like past the 10-yard mark for the Steelers.
I love how we're just
far between
commiserating together about this.
So do you want? I have negatives and I have positives. Which one do you want first?
Give me the bad first. Always
Okay.
the bad first.
The bad might get bad. So in 13 starts, or I guess just in 15 games in general, but 13 starts, how many games above 100 how many games does Justin Fields have a passer rating above 100? And again, this is the one that goes to obviously 158.3.
You said him 15 starts.
13 starts, but 15 games.
2.
0.
Okay.
How many above 90?
1.
He is 2, which is one was a win and one was a loss. Let me see. I know last year against the Vikings, I don't remember him throwing for 285 yards, but I guess he did. That's his career high. Or no, it's not. The career high is against the Steelers. All right, so this is Justin Fields ranks over the last year. So a year ago today, the 26th, he made his first career start. Here is ranks amongst QBs with at least 13 starts, because that's how many he's made. Completion percentage, he's last. Pass attempts, he's last or fewest. Pass yards per game, last. Passing touchdowns, last. Passer rating, last. Sacks, second most. The good news is that the Bears are 2-1. That was the good news. I mean, it's
obviously part of that is like not taking the training wheels off on the coaching staff's part, because they're obviously he has like the least amount of attempts in the league, and I mean they're just not. There's clearly an issue with confidence or just letting him loose. But half the other stats that you mentioned are on him. Like he might just also be a bad quarterback.
I don't want you said it, not me. But yeah, he might be. I don't know. I just want a Bears quarterback to be just competent. So I mean, we're watching this Monday night game, Cowboys Giants, and fucking Cooper Rush is going up and down the field like it's. I mean, granted they have 6 points, but still, it's not. He looks like semi-competent.
They're moving the ball, yeah.
I mean, Cooper Rush. Where the fuck did he come from?
I don't know.
This guy went to Central Michigan, for fuck's sake. I mean, come on.
So the next, get this. Here's more good news. The next 5 quarterbacks that the Bears are going to face are Daniel Jones, Kirk Cousins, Carson Wentz, Brian Hoyer, and Cooper Rush.
Bears are going to be 7-1.
I mean, it sounds like at least 3 wins to me. And that's
the Bears are gonna go they're gonna shoot themselves in the foot and be in like no man's land. They're gonna go on the year like 8-9 or 9-8, get like the 15th pick in the draft and just draft like some Shea McClellan linebacker. That's just absolutely useless to everyone. I mean, it's just literally just rinse and repeat. Like, on to better news. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, watch them be like 6-2 or 5-3 after the stretch, and then just
implode
and lose like 6 of the next 7 or something like that.
And then in that 6-game losing streak, Justin Fields will have a combined like 42 completed passes. It's outrageous.
I'm laughing.
I mean, okay, 23 passes in 3 games. What is that? Like, it's less than 8 completions a game.
Yeah.
We might as well start running the triple option.
I was gonna say, it sounds like Navy's offense.
I know. I mean, I bet you that'd be electric though.
At this point, no. At this point, I was saying this yesterday. I need to get one of those hats that says "Run the damn ball."
Yeah,
that's our identity. That's who we are now.
Well, speaking of running the damn ball, how about Khalil Herbert yesterday?
Unbelievable.
I mean, my God, way to step in and just do your job.
I mean, we've talked about this. Like, you feel like they don't miss a step when Herbert comes in for Montgomery, and that's exactly what happened. 20 carries for 157 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Decent. I want to ask you a question here, and this doesn't leave our virtual circle. Is Khalil Herbert better than David Montgomery?
Maybe.
So this is before I looked up. I have numbers here. I've got numbers everywhere.
Big numbers, guy.
But before I looked up the numbers, I was just, I mean, watching the games. I feel like every time he's in the game, he's just, he's getting 4, 5, 6 yards a carry.
Yep.
So then I looked up the numbers. Khalil Herbert is averaging 4.95 yards per attempt over the past 2 years. In that same time frame, David Montgomery is averaging 3.88 yards per attempt. Herbert is, I mean, granted, he's getting 17 or 7 attempts per game, where Montgomery's getting around 16. But Herbert's got 5 touchdowns. Montgomery has 7.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe the drop off obviously isn't that big, but at the same time, maybe he might be an upgrade.
yeah. I mean,
Just crazy
it
to
just
say.
solidifies that the argument of not paying up for running backs. Like, why would you pay Montgomery when you have Herbert doing this right behind him?
And then even that, I mean, not that he looked great, but like Tristan Ebner, is that his name?
Yeah.
The third string. Hey, you were right. CeeDee Lamb did drop a touchdown. Like, I don't know if I could find yards after contact, but I feel like yesterday, this fucking guy was just getting hit left and right, and he was just like,
Bouncing off people.
yeah. Let's see, rush yards after contact. Let's see if I can find this really quick.
Like I said, I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get how because these past 2 games they have to be top 5 in the NFL in rushing, right? And then
I think they're top 2,
yeah,
even not even in like rush attempts, but like
I was being
yards
conservative by
yards
saying
per
top
attempt.
5. I figured they were probably top 3 in passing. They're the worst, obviously, right? So it's just like
Yeah,
you can't make sense of that.
yeah. So yesterday, Herbert had 83 yards after contact, which I think is like outrageous.
Funny thing, when you can
I don't know
run
if
the
that's
ball
good,
like that should make things easier for the passing game. Like, that should open things up.
right? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, we're actually running the ball and running it well. You think, play action, bootleg, these easy throws. And here's the thing. I think it was the first or second play of the game. It was a bootleg to the right for Fields. He's got Byron Pringle just on the sideline. He doesn't even, it's like he's wide open. Just fucking put it in. It's like a relay, man. Just like hit the guy in the chest.
Right.
Like, give him a good ball. He's got to jump and then like do a toe tap to stay in bounds. It's like, what the fuck? He's wide open.
I'm glad Colt Mccoy has finally got a couple targets.
I mean, the one went for an interception.
But 3 targets, 2 catches, 40 yards. Let's see more of that. Throw this guy 8 to 10 times a game.
Seriously, like, what the fuck? I don't know. I mean, obviously, I don't know what the answer is for Fields. There were some throws there that, I mean, though, I think it was the interception. I don't remember what quarter it was. Whenever he overthrew Komet, it just, that was ugly.
Yeah.
It was an
I mean,
ugly spiral.
the fact that he's acknowledging that he's playing like shit and like there's definitely some heat on him from that sense, but it looks a whole lot better when you're 2-1 versus if they were like 1-2 or 0-3. Like, then the pressure would really be on. So the fact that they're 2-1 and tied for first, like, no one really cares. Like, you like it's about as good of a scenario as you can be in for playing like, pardon my French, playing like shit these first 3 weeks.
Pardon my French, he says. Here's a question for you. Back to Montgomery quick. Contract year. Do you resign?
Is it a contract year? I mean,
Pretty
can you pick
sure.
up his 5th year option?
Yeah, I think it is. No, you don't. Why would you?
You don't pick up his 5th year option?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not overpaying for him. I'm paying like whatever league average is.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, that's exactly what he is. He's not like, I mean, yeah, we like him because he breaks a lot of tackles, but I mean, I think he also could be a product of, he misses a lot of, open running lanes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to watch the all 22. I haven't watched one lately. I like what I see out of Herbert though.
Aren't they gonna have? I heard something about they're gonna have the most cap space out of any team in the league next year. So
Yeah, that shit low key pumps my dick.
they better be spending some money this offseason.
I mean, I feel like this is the time to, like, if Fields was actually good, this is the time where you have your quarterback on a rookie contract. You could just spend on everywhere else where you don't have to pay the guy for a couple years.
I'm gonna tell you who they should go all in on. T. Higgins.
Really?
Yeah.
The guy from Cincy.
Cincinnati.
Hey, that dude balls.
Dude.
Where did he go to college?
I forget, honestly.
I think he's a pit boy.
But I'm gonna tell you,
Let's look it up, Ty.
him and Jamar Chase, while being on the field over the past 2 seasons, I think, have drawn the same amount of targets.
Really?
He is quietly.
Bunsen.
He's a wide receiver.
He's
He's a
pit
wide
boy.
receiver 1 playing as a wide receiver 2
I'm
on that
thinking
team.
Tyler Boyd.
You're thinking Tyler Boyd. So right now the Bears' weapons. I mean, would you say Mooney is their number one receiver?
Unfortunately, yes.
I mean,
I mean, it's
he's
actually
he's like
actually,
a
if you're looking at just numbers, it's been Equanimous St. Brown.
3, which is crazy to say. But yeah, like right now, Mooney's your number one receiver, depth chart wise.
Yeah.
That's atrocious. And yes, I completely understand that this isn't a competitive year, but at the same time, you're developing a young quarterback. You want to at least give him some chance to succeed here.
Yeah.
Build some confidence for
I
fuck's sake.
think Higgins would be that perfect guy. Big
Yeah.
outside target, goes up and wins jump balls. He's only
Get
like
Higgins,
I think he's
draft
23.
someone.
Yeah.
He is
It's
big,
outrageous.
too.
I mean, I feel like wide receivers, you could get a good wide receiver in like the second and third round these days.
Yep.
It's whoever is like the Bears are trotting out there. I mean, Byron Pringle, sure he's a nice guy. He's not it. Equanimous St. Brown, he's a nice guy. He's fast.
Look at what the Jets did. Like, I mean, I know the Jets are they're 1-2 and they suck, but like they went out there and just kept throwing darts at like high first, second round picks at offensive weapons, and they have some players now that they can build.
Like who?
Garrett Wilson,
Ohio State.
Brees Hall, Michael Carter, Elijah Moore. Like all these guys are nasty. I want to see the Bears do that.
I mean, and Zach Wilson. I mean, you forgot the main one there.
Yep.
That'd be
Mostly
yeah.
Joe Flacco.
How many on the Bears, like on their starters from yesterday on offense? How many of those guys were first round picks?
None.
I mean,
Fields. That's it.
I mean, Larry Borum, 5th round. I don't know why I started with him. Larry Borum, 5th rounder. Tevin Jenkins, 2nd rounder. Sam Mustipher,
What was Komet? Second, third?
undrafted. Komet, 2nd rounder. I mean, yeah, they don't have any. Not to say you need to have first round talents across the board, but it'd be kind of nice to have more than one.
Make a statement that you're investing in that side of the ball.
And granted, they haven't really had under Ryan Pace. They haven't had first rounders in the past few years, so he kind of fucked us there. One final note on the Bears before we get into our starting 5. Eddie Jackson, he's back. Bears are 12-0 when Eddie Jackson gets an INT. That's outrageous.
Oh, Jack.
Love to see that. And then how about Roquan?
Yeah.
That dude was flying around yesterday.
Yeah, he was. He looked good.
Oh my God, he looked great.
I mean, those are the 2 guys where it's like if you're getting that kind of play out of them, their defense is gonna have no problems.
No, not at all. And I love it. He had 16 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a game-winning INT. So,
like those guys should be the engine of that defense.
Quick, so it's halftime right now of the Monday night game. Bears play the Giants next week.
Yeah.
What's your prediction?
In New York or New Jersey, where the hell they play?
Yeah. At the Meadowlands.
Damn. I'm gonna go. It's gonna be an ugly game. I'm gonna go Bears 17, Giants 13.
I'm gonna say Bears 16, Giants 14.
Okay. Yeah, I could definitely see that too.
I'm trying to think of some weird ass score. Maybe even 16 to 15.
I almost said Bears 19, but I couldn't come up with how they'd get there.
I mean, they got 19 week 1.
They'll find a way though. Yeah.
Ty, any predictions? Just give us your Steelers prediction. They're playing the Jets at home.
Fuck. That one's gonna be like. I'm hoping to say like. This isn't realistic. Steelers 24, Jets 17.
Imagine thinking the Steelers can score 24 points.
I know.
Yeah, it's gonna be
with that fucking guy at
game for
quarterback.
sure.
Come on now. It's atrocious.
Honestly, their
Uh,
bigger problem is the offensive line.
They have a lot of problems.
Yeah, no
Namely,
shit
that
they do.
TJ Watt's fucking hurt for 6 weeks.
But Mitch ain't one.
Now he is one. In fact,
He might be the main one.
he's up there.
Might be the one.
He's the
Before we
one.
get in the starting fives, I forgot our gambling pick. So last week, me and Max, both the 3-1 boys, not a big deal, and Ty, you went 1-3. So as our week 3, our week 1, but the week 3 loser, you can go first. You kick us off here.
What do you want me to start with?
Favorite. We've been doing this for a while now. You should know.
Hey, back in the saddles. Okay, it's new this year still for me.
I'm already seeing a line on this Giants Bears game.
Yeah, I saw one too, but you can't bet on it. I don't see anything.
Yeah.
I'm going Chargers -5.5 against the Texans.
Interesting. For 5.5,
Yeah,
they got to be on the road, right?
I'm
Yeah.
not even sure.
I see
Probably.
5. I'll let you have 5.
Cool.
We'll give them 5. All right, Max.
Call it 5.
Only because this doesn't really make sense. I'm gonna go Bengals -3.5 on Thursday night over the Dolphins.
That's got to be what they're probably thinking. Tua's out, right?
Maybe.
Here. This is galaxy brain, but right now Bengals -3.5. And
Yep.
if Tua plays, I would take the Bengals. If Teddy Bridgewater plays, I would take the Dolphins.
Oh my god,
It makes no sense, right?
it makes no sense.
But yet it makes
That's why I'm
all
taking the
the
Bengals
sense.
because the line doesn't make sense.
Exactly. I'm gonna take the Raiders -2 at home against the Broncos.
Okay.
I don't think the Broncos are good at all. Not to say that the Raiders are the only winless team, so
Yeah.
not to say they're good, but I think the Broncos are bad.
Yeah, I think
I
Hackett.
think
is
in a
right
couple,
about-
I actually think in a couple, like maybe even next year, we're gonna be like, damn, Russell Wilson fleeced them.
It's a Hackett job. It's
Yeah,
interesting to me that the Chiefs are only -2.5 against the Bucks too, but whatever.
that one I'd hold off on because they're supposed to play in Tampa.
Yeah,
But
Hurricane.
there's a hurricane, yeah. So I was looking at that one, but I
What's
don't
a
know.
little wind and rain, dude? Come on.
Well, they might not even play in Tampa. They might play like actually, I don't know. Maybe they play like in Miami. I don't know where the hurricane, what the path is, but apparently the Bucks are practicing at the Dolphins facility right now. I don't know, but I digress. Ty, your dog.
Ravens +3.5 against the Bills. Lamar Jackson's that dude.
Ooh. Yeah, the Bills are funny. I think they're like last 10 or some wins. They've all been by double digits. But then they're not just 10 straight wins. Like they've won, like I'll say 11 of their last 15 games, but they've all the wins by 10 and the losses are obviously
see that's the
They
game I want
lose.
to see on Sunday Night Football. That game should be
Yeah.
flexed to the Sunday night game.
Yeah, I agree. They should have that flex option like midweek
Yes, for sure.
and early in the year. All right, I'm gonna go Jets +3.5 against the Steelers. Right in
That's
Ty's
a smart
face.
play. I
gonna
almost
say-
picked it myself.
I'm gonna say the final is gonna be 20-17 Steelers though. Just for
Right
you.
in Ty's face. Man, I am really tempted to take the Rams +2.5, but I feel like Shanahan does well against them.
That's gonna be an ugly game. What's the total on that?
42.5.
I mean, I'd still probably take the under.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it going either way, honestly.
Another 20-17, 21-18.
So I'm gonna fade that one. And honestly, I like the Eagles a lot. I think they might be my NFC pick to make it to the Super Bowl, but I think the Jags are also the truth. Jags +6.5.
I almost picked that one too. I really like that one.
Is this in
It's in Philly.
it's in Philly?
Yeah.
And it's only 6.5?
I mean, the Jags just spanked the Chargers.
No,
Hey. Christian
Trust me,
Kirk, worth the money.
Yep. They're looking smart with that one.
No, I get that, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know.
The Eagles are scary. I will say that for sure.
Damn, that's crazy. 6.5. I bet you'll. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I like the Jags too in that one. Good call.
You're taking it?
No, I mean I took the Jets. I'm not going to backtrack on my pick,
Okay.
but I like that pick. I'm giving you my stamp of approval. All right, Ty, you're over.
I'm going Packers, Patriots over 39.5.
Okay. Any reasoning behind that?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is pretty good at throwing the old pigskin around. That's the reasoning.
Nice.
I think the Patriots could easily score like 6 points in that game.
If not
Doesn't
more.
matter. Doesn't matter. Fucking Aaron Rodgers will get me to the promised land.
30-6
Yeah.
Packers. I'm going Browns Falcons over 50.
Interesting.
It's a gross matchup. No one's gonna watch this game.
Honestly, that over under is like it's fishy high.
Yeah, right.
No one would expect that one to be 50.
I would have said like 46.5.
Yeah.
Hey, Browns are decent. Their run
I think
game
the
is strong
Falcon-
as fuck.
Why did Jacoby Brissett look like I would trade Justin Fields for him right now?
Holy shit! I thought the same thing on Thursday night watching
He
him
looked
whip it around.
amazing.
I was like, who is this guy?
Hey, he's been around the block a while. I mean,
He was ripping the ball around the yard.
Ripping and a tearing.
The wild
Oh.
women.
Yeah. And not that I didn't watch a ton of that Falcons Seahawks game yesterday, but I don't know. Falcons offense looked competent enough, and Cordero Patterson, he's electric. Feel like he could break one off.
He's
at any
honestly
time.
a robot. Dude's like
He
33
is.
years old.
He's this cyborg. He's so big.
Yeah.
He's just ripped. All right, Max, what's your over?
I'm taking the bait. Bills Ravens 52 over 52.
I like that.
I
I
think
like it.
this could the wheels could come off on this game. It
hook,
might just
line,
be a
and
shootout.
sinker.
All right, Ty, what's your under?
Chargers, Texans under 44.5.
You went Chargers -5 and Chargers under. Okay.
Can I? Is that okay?
You want it to free country.
All right.
All right, Max. All right, actually, let me real quick. I'm gonna go Vikings Saints under 44. This game is being played in London.
Oh yeah. Okay. A little
So I'm gonna
jet lag under.
Yeah, I haven't seen one. Here's something to keep an eye out during the week. See what team is flying out there first. See if either team is flying out there like tomorrow or Wednesday, or even if they've flown out there already. And if another team,
It might be elbow deep in tea and crumpets by now.
yeah, exactly. Let's say a team flies out like on Thursday, hammer the team that got there early. Jet lag's a bitch. Allegedly, I've never been out of the country, but so I've heard.
Man, I'm struggling here with my under. Fuck it, I'll go Bears Giants under 40.
That's an ugly one.
Yep.
Ooh, I see 39 here. I'll give you 40. Either way, it's gonna fucking hit. Those are just two gross teams. All right. Ty, where we at on time? We good for
Oh, yeah.
Starting
we're at
five?
39 minutes.
By the way, bold call of the week. Maybe not that bold. Kyle said he likes the Jets plus 3.5. Sprinkle Jets money line.
really?
Yeah.
You think Joe
The
Flack-
Steelers looked so bad last week.
I think I saw.
Hey,
Yeah,
don't
they
say
did.
that kind of shit in front of me, all right? Sensitive.
I think I read something that this was the first time in Joe Flacco's career, or maybe I don't know, maybe in recent memory, that he's thrown for 200 yards in 4 straight games.
Wow. Joe
Crazy.
Flacco or Justin Fields?
No comment. All right, let's go into our starting five. So we're doing the starting five of backup quarterbacks, and you could if it fits the criteria in any way, shape, or form, let her rip. Ty, as our honorary last place member of the week. You go first.
I'm gonna take Nick Foles with my numero uno.
Too easy. It's a great
Yeah,
pick.
that was a really good one. All right, Max, you go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna go Alex Moran.
Oh, first round. I actually had him on my list, but I wasn't gonna snag him first round.
If you were gonna take Foles, that's where I was going.
I didn't even think fictional. Damn.
Wow, that's crazy.
You gotta start thinking like me, dude.
All right, I'm gonna go Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Nice.
That dude's been on every team known to man. All right, my second one, Josh McCown, 2013 Josh McCown. But can you make sure that 2013 it says 2013? I just have the one game against the Cowboys on Monday Night Football. He threw for like 700 yards.
Nice beard on him too.
I don't think so, but I don't think we're thinking of different people. But
Didn't he have one at one point in time, like a big one?
no,
Or am I thinking Fitzpatrick?
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
All right.
Maxie.
I'll go Chase Daniel, and that's because this guy has collected $40 million in his NFL career, and I think he's thrown like 8 touchdowns.
And he's completed 41 passes.
Like what? Honestly,
Crazy.
he is one of the best scam artists of all time.
Oh, easily.
Just stealing from NFL teams.
Oh my God, I know. It's awesome. Good for him though.
And I respect
Proud of him. Very proud of him. Ty, you got 2.
I'm gonna go Gardner Minshew, strictly based on the mustache.
That's a good one.
Then I'm gonna go. You said it earlier, Max. Cooper Rush. Dude can sling
Recency
it.
bias?
Yep.
Yeah, is there a reason for that one? He's on the TV right now.
Yeah,
Because
that's
he's
why I
on
said it.
TV right now.
That's exactly why I said it. You're starting to piece it together.
All right, I'm gonna go Tom Brady.
Oh,
He
God
was-
damn it.
He was Drew Bledsoe's backup.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
I think I
Okay,
just won the draft. Sorry, guys.
Okay, but if with that, like I could say, I mean, I'm not going to because I'm not a pussy, but I could say Patrick Mahomes because he backed up Alex Smith his first year.
Yeah, you could.
But yeah, but he's not. He
But
was a first.
Brady
round pick,
literally came in was it a playoff game when Bledsoe got hurt?
No, it was just I just saw that this day in sports clips tweeted out a couple of days ago. It was like 21 years ago this week, which is outrageous to think.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, shit. How many picks do I have left? 2 or 3?
3.
All right, I'm going Doug Flutie.
Great pick. That's where I was going.
And God, this is a hell of a list. I'm gonna say Matt Schaub.
Wow, bringing the heat with Matt Schaub.
Matt Schaub.
All right, I'll go Brucey from The Longest Yard.
Brucey. I actually was just thinking about like a punter who's ever had to come in the game and play quarterback, but I can't think of one. But he would be like Brucey. Oh my God. All right, Ty, your last 2.
Go Flacco. Again, recency bias, but also that dude's won a Super Bowl. He's
Just
a
guys
backup
we've
quarterback.
named this podcast.
Yeah, literally all of them. But
Guys, he can think of at this
Cooper
point.
Rush was a dumb one, but at least Flacco's legit.
Do you want to
Super
change your
Bowl?
Cooper Rush one?
No, it's fine. I'll live with the consequences of it.
You have one
then-
more.
Yeah. Colt McCoy, just because I feel like that dude's been around for so fucking long too, man.
It's another good one. He
He's
really
still on the
has.
team.
Yeah, he's
I can tell you.
yeah, he
incredible.
is. He's back up for the Cardinals.
There you go.
Wow.
It is outrageous.
All right. I'm gonna go Steve Fuller.
Who's that?
He was the backup quarterback for the '85 Bears.
Love that pick. Shit. All right, I'm gonna go. My last pick. Sounds crazy. I'm going Tyrod Taylor. That guy, I feel, could come in and just win you a game.
He actually could. Marcus Mariota, honorable mention.
Yep.
Marcus Mariota is a good one. I mean,
Trent Dilfer.
Who's the guy that just I think he just retired? Josh Johnson, maybe.
no, I don't think he's retired. I just don't think he's anybody
Got
signed
cut,
him.
But he played for like 12 different NFL teams.
Yeah, he's like the ultimate backup. Another one, Matt Barkley or Brian Hoyer.
Yeah, Jim Sorgi.
Is that was with? I couldn't think of his fucking name. That was the
Peyton-
guy with Peyton
Manning's
Manning.
backup. Yeah,
Yes, my God, I couldn't even think of it.
I think that's the way to go. You have one backup for like 15 years, a guy that just knows the playbook like the back of his hand.
Yeah. Did we say Jacoby Brissett?
I don't think so. How did no one say Kyle Orton?
I thought of him. He was thought of.
He was
But-
thought of. That's why he's an honorable mention. Jimmy
why-
Garoppolo.
Jimmy G. Yeah. Wow. I can't believe you didn't take him. I mean, you could say like, oh, Mac Jones. I mean, yeah, I guess he was a backup, but he was more like third string the whole time with Tua and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
I think it'd be more so like you could take either Tua or Jalen
Right.
Hurts because they backed each other up both at one point and like came in to relieve each other. Geno Smith.
Oh.
Smith.
Hey,
I ain't right back though.
that
yeah.
was like greatest line of the year already in week 1.
Yeah, and here's a little gambling tidbit here. Hammer or fade the Seahawks all the time.
Just all the time.
Yeah, like people. This is seriously recency bias. Everybody's gonna be like, oh yeah, remember that Seahawks? That's like the week 1 game against the Broncos is gonna be in everybody's mind. They're gonna be like, the Seahawks really aren't that bad. They literally could be like 1-7, and people are like, don't count the Seahawks out.
I think they're +6 this week against the Lions.
Yeah, and I was thinking about taking the Lions. I mean, there's a reason Geno Smith's been a backup for 15 years.
Yes.
And last honorable mention, AJ McCarron, strictly for his wife.
Blaine Gabbert.
Good on him.
Blaine Gabbert's a good one. AJ McCarron, also a good one.
Heineke.
Yeah, Taylor Heineke. Were the Bucks gonna just go into the season with, if Tom Brady wasn't gonna come back, were they just gonna roll out Blaine Gabbert?
I don't know. Good question.
They went from like a 12-4 team with Brady to a 4-12 team back to a 12-4 team in the matter of a month.
Yes.
That's outrageous.
Like hitting a Bucks Super Bowl future while Blaine Gabbert's their quarter. I mean, I bet honestly, odds makers probably just never even adjusted that line.
Not until the first snap of the first game.
Yeah.
Then they were like, "Oh yeah, no, we're good."
We're good.
I'm
+300.
trying to think anybody else. Matt Moore is the only one. Or
How about,
Matt Moore and Derek Anderson.
How about me for our college flag football team behind Richard?
Yeah, the one I tore my ACL on. Yeah, no, you would sling the pill around. You would throw it hard.
Dude, you know what? I was thinking about that the other day.
You have no touch. You're all
I-
fastball.
Why not?
Richard Concialdi was just the best flag football
I got my
quarterback
money's
man
worth,
could
dude.
ask for.
Yeah, except when I'm the running back and 3 feet away from you.
Rich would put it. Rich would put it on you, and half the time we would just drop it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that dude can sling it.
I don't know if you remember our very first game. It was like the game winning drive or last play of the game to win. And I had one like right to me. I don't know why. I mean, I know why he threw it to me. I was wide open, and I couldn't believe he threw it to me. And I fucking dropped it. And he just goes, fuck. I'm like, shit. Like I was wide open. I was just trying to like
I used to
stay
play in that Gronk jersey, and anytime I caught a touchdown, I would spike the ball. And he used to get so pissed. He's like, "Dude, we're gonna get a flag," and I just didn't care.
We just get a flag every time.
I was like, Murph, get the flag ready.
You said, dude, I've had 9 beers. It's okay.
The worst was when I tore my ACL. I was just wearing an undersized Thomas Jones jersey. This thing fit me when I was like in 6th grade. I was just trying to stuff myself in it. And tore my ACL.
What
God
was
damn
worse,
it.
that or me closing that car door on your foot?
Yeah, you closing the car door right on my leg stretched out minutes after I tore my ACL. That one actually, in hindsight, that actually hurt a little worse. Now that I think of it.
Oh my god.
All right. Episode 67, best one yet.